They don't wanna hear you talk about back in the day, how gangsters used to walk on the side of LA. Hit you up at the park, go back where you stay. A veterana would say, that's the price that you pay. Nightmares in state prison, just rotting away. Or on the block when it's hot and getting caught with some strays. Baby sis heard the shots and started running my way. Why? Well, I talk to God every night when she prays, cause it gets hectic from a young Brown's perspective. It's all lessons, young killers all reckless. It's all senseless, but expected, like a soldier in the trenches with a death wish, all breathless.
Tequila, you know what I mean? You get a few shots in and then you straight.
Yup.
Instead of, drinking all this beer and shit.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run through some beats,
Yeah.
We're gonna run through some beats. You're gonna choose one, and we're gonna do a whole academic song to it, hook, 2 verses. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh, okay.
yeah. But besides that, besides the choosing the beat, as far as like beats, right?
Yeah.
What type of beats? What are your favorite type of beats?
Damn.
Like if you could describe them.
Well, I like. I think just a lot of like you said that one time. A lot of romantica samples. Like more darker beats. Sometimes I like the more aggressive, like faster paced beats and shit, like some Jedi Mind Trick shit. Army of the Pharaohs.
Yeah.
The old school like Premiere shit. Like I love Premiere, dude.
Yeah.
Like Wonder. Like it varies, you know what I mean? Sometimes I'm like I'm in this mood and then I'm in a whole different mood and shit on some Vinny Paz shit.
Right.
And then I'm more on like some laid back fucking, you know what I mean? Ninth Wonder shit.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but
now if I could describe the type of beats that I feel like you like are definitely like romantica, Wu-Tang-ish, grimy, gritty storytelling beats. You know what I'm saying? I think that those are the beats that you choose, and I think they go well with your style. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As far as your favorite producers, like if you could have an album with 3 producers that could produce a whole thing, you could choose 3 producers. Who would that be? You think?
Oh shit! Let me see. I think that would have to be it would be Premiere,
Primo,
Alchemist, and damn.
I can't believe you're not saying the third one that I thought you would be almost the first one.
I don't know, cause I mean, if it was like anybody I could get 3 producers, it'd be Premiere off top and Alchemist. And
who's that third?
Damn,
it's not RZA, homie.
I don't know. I don't think so.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no. I mean, I love RZA, but I think I'm just going for a different sound. It'll probably be ninth then. You know what I mean? Because I kind of want to have a cool little balance.
I used to put RZA like 5th in my favorite producer list.
Yeah.
Until he did the verses with DJ Premier.
Yeah.
Because I used to always put Premier like 3rd, RZA like 5th. You know what I'm saying? And then I saw the battle, the verses, and RZA was playing all the stuff. I was like, oh, this dude is my favorite. RZA's my favorite. He's the best. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but as far as like production, I think he's like more laid back now. He don't really want to.
No, yeah. What I meant to say is like I was even gonna include that like at their prime. Like if you could just get the RZA that you like and the Alchemist that whatever producer at their like you know what I mean.
If that's the case, then I would choose RZA.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 90s RZA.
90s RZA.
Early late 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my favorite was the early 90s RZA because it was everything was sample heavy. Late 90s he started playing, which is still dope.
Yeah.
Which was still dope, but it didn't have it still had a magic, but it didn't have the magic to me as the Tikal and Cuban Links and the 36 Chamber. That had a magic, homie. Like That's what I'm saying. Like after I heard that verses and RZA was playing all the, I'm like, yo, this fool produced all Tikal, Cuban Links,
Yeah.
ODB, the this dude, bro.
Yeah, I came across a post the other day on Instagram, and it was just all his work. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, God damn, this dude was a monster. You know, in his prime.
You know, one time I came
Yeah.
across a RZA sample. Well, several times, I came across a sample that he sampled on one of the Wu Tang joints. I forget which one, and I had it all laid out. I chopped it up, and I try to kind of like mimic what he did. I couldn't figure out how he did it.
Oh
You know,
man.
I had it all chopped up,
Yeah.
and the way he did it, the way he chopped it, I I was like, I don't know how he did that, but but yeah, definitely. I could see you're more into the romantica type of joints, which are, you know, it's a trip because you hear a lot of those romantica joints, and them joints are hip hop, homie. A lot of
Yeah.
them you just could loop them, and that is literally like Latino Wu Tang. When you could
Yeah.
just loop joint like
That's
Los
true.
Angeles Negros and stuff like that.
Yep.
Like, yo, this was already hip hop. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's crazy. It blows my mind.
It's
That-
just that sound. You know what I mean? It's got emotion.
It's
It's got
got,
hella emotion, like just the instruments too, like just the piano, like
you know what
like,
it is?
you
It's
know what I mean?
it's the drums because they use a lot of rim shots,
Yeah.
and it's the organ. They had a lot of
Mhm.
organ. That organ is like mad epic. Like
Yeah.
whatever the organ does, it does something that makes it like gloomy, like religious, like epic. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What are some of your favorite beats?
My favorite beats.
Yeah.
Shit. Let's see. Uh, I was actually bumping this one in the car. It's that one with Planet Asia. Right or wrong. That's
I-
one of my favorite beats.
I'd have to hear it. I'm sure
Yeah.
I've heard it. It's old school
Yeah.
Planet Asia?
But yeah, but like I think one of my favorite beats of all time is Nas's Like, dude.
Oh, Nas is like.
That shit is
You know what?
Man,
One of
to
my
this day.
favorite beats of all time is New York State of Mind Part 2.
part two.
New York, New York. Ah, bro.
This shit just has like a West Coast sound too, huh? It sounds like a little East Coast, West Coast kind of fucking beat.
You know
Because
what?
of I think it's the keys, right? They added like like
I think they sped it up. But whenever
Yeah.
I'm playing New York State of Mind Part 2, I bump it and I feel like I'm the man
Oh, yeah.
in my
I
whip.
feel you.
Even
I
though
feel
nobody's paying attention to me, I feel like I'm this cool. I could be fresh out of work in my boots, but I play New York and I feel like I'm that dude.
yeah.
It just does something.
it hits like New York, the first one,
Yeah.
part the one on Illmatic, that shit's a classic.
Yeah.
But for some reason that part two is just it hits different.
It is different.
hits
The
different.
part 2 is like, it's like the evil twin brother of part 1.
Yeah, like the
It's like the
evil-
Wario, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the Wario, yeah, the fucking Millennium Wario.
Yeah.
'Cause you mean
Yeah.
really it's Illmatic's like the early '90s, like when hip hop was like on the rise, you know what I
Right.
mean? It's Nas,
What
Mobb
album is
Deep.
part 2 on?
That one is on I think that's it was written.
Ah, was
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, right? It was written.
I want to say nah. I want to say it was after that.
Oh no, is it no,
I think it was like a Nostradamus. Yeah, I
No,
think
yeah,
it's-
you're right, you're right.
Yeah, it's Nostradamus. Yeah.
yeah.
Dope. Well, let's choose some beats, homie.
Yeah.
So, far as your writing, who are your favorite writers? You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to MCing. You
Yeah,
know,
my favorite writer. Damn, I think my favorite writer of all time would be Nas, man.
me too.
Yeah, Nas is just the way he just touched he be touching topics that like a lot of people don't really have the imagination to touch. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they want to stay in that same like mind frame and shit, but Nas thinks outside the box. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
I could see your influences in Nas a lot.
Yeah.
You're very detailed with your raps. Like you describe very well. You know what I'm saying? You describe the hood, the griminess, and very detailed, man.
Yeah.
So do you think that's like your biggest inspiration as far as
Yeah, I think so. I think and then Prodigy. I feel like Prodigy's a big inspiration.
Yeah.
Um, One of the biggest inspirations too, like as far as like Raza West Coast, I would say Sick Jackin,
Yep.
because he's one of the dudes that put on, and he described what it is to live over here, in LA, and what the atmosphere is, and you know, um, just the environment, just when it's like wartime, he just describes the streets, of LA real well.
Right. He's another one of those like narrators,
Yeah.
dudes that paint a picture. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what you do. So I noticed that you got a pad still.
Oh yeah.
You don't write on the phone, or
I mean, I like to do it as far as like editing wise, but I like to go old school with it,
yeah.
because there's something about getting a pen and your journal or whatever,
Right.
your rhyme book. It's something like personal and
Yeah.
intimate. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like it's kind of like taking a shower. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
the most human thing that you can do. We all do it. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
writing seems very like intimate. I get it.
Yeah.
I for the most part I write my raps on my phone as of lately, but I do want to get back to
Yeah.
the pen and the pad. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, because, and then another thing, too, you never know if you're going to lose all your shit, all your data off your phone, and then it's like, oh, damn, there it goes. Like, where my phone at? Where my shit at?
Yeah.
Because there's been times where I'll write, like, man, I wrote this really dope fucking verse, and my fucking phone took a shit, and then I couldn't fucking get it no more. I lost the verse. So,
far as West Coast writers besides Sick Jackin, who's another one of them cats that you're like, yo, this is that one of them guys,
another influence on the West Coast,
or just just one of them MCs that you're like, yo, West Coast, yeah.
Damn. West Coast MC.
I know it's Planet Asia.
Yeah, no, yeah, Planet Asia, man. He's just, the thing with Asia is that he's like, he's fucking real versatile,
Right.
and he's like, he got that East Coast flavor too,
Yeah.
but he also keeps it West Coast and shit, you know. But like I would say on the West Coast, Delinquent Habits, the Mexicans.
Oh.
Who else, man? Psycho Realm.
Psycho Realm.
Duke.
With all due respect, I love Sick Jackin, but Duke was something else.
Yeah.
He was something else.
Crazy.
That was like Pancho Villa and Zapata truly in one entity. You know, when he says Cyclone, that was like,
yeah.
I go by Zapata the Ghost and all that, but Duke, that's something else.
Yeah, man. He
something else.
To me, he was like a Mexican ODB, like a Cholo ODB.
But not even that though. I used to compare him to that, but even like different though. Like even like, cause ODB was like cartoonish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Duke was wild, but he wasn't cartoon. He was like, you get what I'm saying? Like he was serious. It was dead serious. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't like acting crazy, like fun.
Yeah.
There wasn't nothing fun about Duke. He was just I get what you're saying. Like his style was like he used to drag his words, and it was like, I get what you're saying. And I used to make that same comparison until I realized like Duke, similar to ODB in a delivery sense, but he's a whole, you can't even compare him to nothing.
Yeah, no.
Like to this day, there's not nobody who could even come close to Duke.
Nope.
At all.
Yeah, that's true though.
There is nothing.
Like,
And I think it's that Pico Union, is one of them neighborhoods that can create that. Because you go to Pico Union right now, it's still like 1995 over there.
Yeah, right. That's what I always think. Like every time I cruise by right there, I'm like, damn, I feel like I'm, still like in that time frame and shit. You know what I mean?
It's a time capsule over there.
It's a time capsule. Yeah,
they're in 95
Alvarado,
still.
Alvarado shit just feels like when I was a kid going up Alvarado and shit.
Yep. It still has old school signs.
Yep.
There's still gang members outside. You can still get shot. You can still get like they didn't know that we all moved on. You know what I'm saying? You go there and it's still like
shit is crazy.
1995,
Wild,
96.
wild, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So So Planet Asia, who else? Any other rappers that just inspire your pen as far as like wordplay delivery from the West Coast that you could think of besides
Uh,
that?
yeah. I would say my big brother Sinful.
Ah,
He was a big inspiration to me and my to my other homie Illegal.
right.
We used to be like a 2-man group and shit, and then just hearing their tracks and their videos. Iron shout out to Iron Man and Sinful. It was like they had the best of both worlds. You had somebody that was doing English, and then the other
Mm,
cat was doing Spanish,
yeah.
and then they could just mix it together, and just like have Spanish and English bars. I mean, Spanish and English bars fused in, and they were just getting off. They were getting busy, especially Sinful. Like to be somebody that was born out, like in California, Southern California, to have that, what I mean, that lyrical sharpness in Spanish.
Yeah.
Like like he was raised over there. Like
Right.
that's different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah.
Um, where do you think you get your writing skills from? As when you were a kid, were you like a story? Do you write stories at school or something? Cause
I think what it was always like I had an interest in literature, and I was my main shit was English, just literature, English.
yeah,
And it was just always like I used to like to read a lot of books and just like read about people's lives and shit too. You know what
yeah.
I mean? I did a lot of book reports on people. Like I did one for Julio Cesar Chavez. He was like he was my biggest hero like when I was a kid, because I was like, damn man, this dude grew up rough, and for him to just become become one of the greatest boxers in the world. And he came from a little small town in Mexico,
Right.
and you know like it was dope. It was dope, like just reading about stuff, and just
Right.
capturing it, writing it down. That was my thing, just reading about a lot of books. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Gotcha. Good shit, man.
Yeah.
So this is part of the interview where we get into the fashion. Obviously, we in the room where we do all the printing and stuff. This is where I do my merch and stuff, my hats, my shirts. We got a jeans company kicking off. Obviously, the vibe is, the this is where we get it cracking with the fashion. You know what I'm saying? Far as fashion, homie, who are the MCs that influence you the most as far as dressing, or who are the dudes you were like, yo, this food is fresh?
Shit, I'd say Ghostface. Ghostface
Ghostface?
is
Yeah,
a big
Ghostface.
influence, man. Ray,
Ghost,
and
Ray.
Nas.
Nas,
Uh, Damn, who's another one, man?
just whoever comes to
Yeah,
mind.
Planet Asia, man. He got the whole Nautica drip and shit. Like
Yup.
I've been rocking Nautica since I was younger too, but he made it pop,
Right.
and I had noticed it. I was like, damn, okay, so Asia's, he's pressing that issue with the Nautica. So,
Yeah,
I like
definitely.
that shit.
Anybody else that comes to mind as far as anybody from the West Coast?
Oh,
that
West
comes to
Coast. Damn.
mind? It's harder for the West because the West wasn't. Well, Planet Asia's a West Coast rapper.
I would say Exhibit, because
Yeah.
Exhibit had a lot of like the East Coast flavor too. He was wearing the big ass jackets too, the Nautica jackets, and
Right.
the what's that, Hanley Hansen jackets?
I'm not
Yeah,
familiar.
yeah, those the double H. I don't know if you remember that brand,
I don't remember.
but
It's pretty safe for me to say that, and this is gonna sound messed up, and I might get killed for this, but the East Coast just had a better sense of fashion than the West. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, yeah,
we have
for
our
sure.
thing, but the way that they used to rock, that was the fashion capital of
Yeah.
the U.S. You know what I'm saying? Plus, the thing is with them, it was wintertime, so they had
Yeah,
scarves
I was
and
gonna say,
jackets
the layers,
and pulling layers.
the layers. That's
Out here in
yeah.
the West, T-shirts and you know what I mean.
Yeah,
So,
we keep it kind of simple out here, especially like, more towards like the beach and shit. A lot of
Right.
cats just white tees, some shorts, and some Vans and shit. You know what I mean?
it's harder to
Yeah.
fashion out when
Yeah.
when the weather is right. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And when the weather's
don't really-
cold, like right now, I'm like, yo, I love it because I'm all
Yeah, layered up. Yeah,
everything coming to bring them out. So who
Yeah, yeah.
to me personally is one of my biggest fashion influences, and he's from the West, and he's inspired me in raps and fashion. Is and a lot of people don't see it the way I see it, but Crooked Eye. I remember when I was coming up in the early 2000s, you never saw him lack, and he was always fresh. And it wasn't East Coast; it was like West Coast, but fresh. And I was like, this fool, Crooked Eye, is always fresh. And I was like, I want to be like Crooked, always fresh, and have the bars. So that's one that gets slept on. But you know, obviously now his style has matured. He's still always fresh, but back then he was younger, so the way he dressed was the poppin' way of dressing. He doesn't dress today like the poppin' way, because you know the poppin' way is the kids, right? But he dresses a little bit older, but always fresh. You never caught him not looking fresh.
Yeah.
So, anybody else? As far as like your go-to brands, what are your go-to brands?
Nautica, Polo, Ralph Lauren Polo, Nike. What else? I still, rock Champion here and there. Shit. Yeah.
Just
I think that's the main ones.
The staples,
I
the
would
hip hop
say,
staples. Yeah,
pretty much.
How about the
main
Gucci
ones.
and all that? You don't mess with all that?
Like the more
high end.
Yeah, the high end shit. Not really. You know what I mean? Because I'm on the go and shit. Sometimes I'm just like. I don't really need all that shit, really.
Yeah, I can't really mess with the Gucci and all that expensive stuff. For one, I can't afford
more
it.
Sportier shit.
Yeah, for one, if I could afford it, I would dabble with it. But at the same time, I don't like wearing I don't know. It's a little cliche. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I feel you.
So far as the kicks, I see you rocking the Wallabies right now.
Yeah, man, I have to bring the Wallies out.
Yeah, the Wallies.
Quick,
As far as kicks, what's your go-to kicks? Are you a sneakerhead?
Yeah.
Semi?
Yeah. I was actually gonna bring the I was thinking of bringing my Air Forces, my Kobe Air Forces. And I haven't even fucking thrown them on the whole year. I think I got them like last year for Christmas, and I still haven't rocked them shits. But I got the Kobe joints, just Nike, Air Forces. I got Jordans and shit. I like to wear the 13s a lot. Those are real comfy.
You know what? So how old are you, Ak?
I'm 37.
37. I'm 47, so I'm 10 years older than you.
I'm the big bro.
So there's a thing that I cannot do that the younger cats do is the butters, the Timberland butters. I can't do them, not because I don't like them or I don't think they look fresh. I think they look fresh. I think they look dope. It's just that when I was coming up, there was such a West Coast, East Coast rivalry that it was like, nah, homie, like I'm not, I'll do certain things, the Nautica, the Polo, but the butters it's kind of like if Jim Jones was in some Cortezes or something, you know what I'm saying, or some Chucks. It's like, for me, because I was in the trenches when it was going down, I never allowed myself to do the butters. Now you were a little bit younger. The guys that were younger than me, like 4 years younger, they were doing the butter because it wasn't that much of a rivalry to them. You know what I'm saying? So they were doing the butters. They were wearing pink like Cam. And I remember I'd see West Coast little cats like, man, all these fools wearing butters and pink and stuff. But as I got older, I got open-minded and, you know what I'm saying, I let that stuff go. And I still can't do the butters, but like I said, they look fresh.
Yeah, no, I think it's the climate, It's we don't really need to be rocking no big ass boots and shit. Them shits is heavy too. And especially you're gonna run from the police. One time I had to run from the fucking cops in some butters, dude. And I was like, what the fuck? I just, it was on some random shit. And I had the fucking, the Timbs on that day. And fuck, no, I was like, I don't even know how those fools do it in New York.
Yeah, you can't even put the boot through the chain link fence. You know how you could,
not.
You know what I mean?
Man, fuck no. I don't know how I did it, but I was booking it. I took off.
Right.
But, we on the West Coast, I feel it's some more casual, and kind of want comfort. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a lot of like a lot of running shoes out here too, like running
shoes, Air Maxes,
walking shoes, tennis shoes. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Over there, it's like they gotta keep their fucking
feet
warm, and dry. Yeah, it rains and snows a lot, so you know what I mean.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not, like I said, I'm not anti Timberland butters. It's just that the butters are like I said,
New
man.
York shit.
It's some hard New York.
Yeah.
And
East Coast.
I think they look great. I think they look dope. You know what's the trip? That a lot of we do have a booth that we were at, and it's the essays. We were that construction booth.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The homies be in the concerts
Yeah.
with the construction booth. Like, we some hard working ass fools even
got-
on our day off.
You got them Red Wings on and
Yeah,
shit.
them Red Wing
and
joints.
Big old joints. And stomp a motherfucker out with them shit.
Yeah, you know.
Them
But
biker
yeah,
joints.
as far as like hats, do you? Because you know I'm a bucket hat. Is there any hat that you rock outside of just the fitted? Yes. Is my buddy's Dre asked me to park there because he has a package come in and he didn't want it to look like nobody was here.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, no, yeah, I got like got 2 Kango hats. I got some buckets.
Oh, you
some
do the
beanies.
Kango.
Yeah, I do
Buckets,
the Kangos.
beanies,
Yeah.
Kangos. Okay.
I like that ZTG bucket you had. That shit was
Oh,
dope.
I
don't know if you still got it. I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
cop that.
I got it for you. I forgot to put it up there.
Yeah.
But anyways, I got a few pieces for you. I didn't have too much in double X,
Yeah.
but this is all I got. And I'm gonna bless my boy for blessing me
Oh shit.
with the Forever 91 joint,
Hell yeah.
classic joint, double X. It's kind of hard to see the font. It's a 1 of 1, but you know what?
Yes, sir.
Why not? And then the double X crew neck Oya joint.
Oh man, this
Right
is a fucking dope album, man.
You know what I mean?
If if people don't know about this album right here, this is the one. This is
Yeah,
one of my favorite Zapato the Ghost albums, like complete album, dude.
most deaf. So
y'all
you got
gotta
the
fucking peep
you got
that.
the Mayan pyramid instead of the Egyptian. You got the ear instead of the
Ooh,
eye.
shit.
The all hearing ear. Oh yeah, listen to me. You know what I'm saying?
Details on this.
You know the
That's
details
crazy, man.
about the ghost. And yeah, man.
I thought it was a regular, the one from the dollar bill. Now I'm looking at it.
Nah. That's not an Egyptian. That's a
It's
Mayan.
Mayan, yeah,
Yeah,
no.
and it's the ear. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
shit.
The all hearing ear.
You gotta look at it closely.
You know what I'm saying? So all the details, son.
Hell yeah.
Peace. So, Ak, the beat that you chose, what drove you to choose that beat?
Oh man, I think it might have been the sample. Just the sample, just popped to me right away. Like, yeah, this one, I like this one.
Yeah, kind of like we were speaking earlier, the Romantica.
Yeah, yeah, because I had noticed that was the same beat that was on. I mean, same sample that was on Shine's record.
Right.
And I always liked that how they pieced that together, how it sounded.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, damn, that sample would be dope if it was sped up a little bit or done something different to it.
I don't know if I sped it up. Is mine a little faster? Because mine is at like 82 BPM, I think.
Yeah,
That's still a little
that
slow.
one. I feel like that one, the other one was a little it was a little slower. Yeah,
Okay, that's that Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure like thousands of producers have sampled that. You know what I'm saying? It's a pretty obvious joint. It's a pretty common record.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, I don't shy away from records that people have sampled. Everybody sampled everything at this point. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, when I pulled it up, I'm like, I know that Ak is going to vibe with this particular type of I know the Ak sound. You know what I'm saying? As far as your approach on the joint, what do you think what's it gonna be about? How you feel you're gonna approach that joint?
Oh no, I want to do a lot of wordplay, some fucking, just have fun with it on some Big L shit.
Yeah.
Maybe just like get into my into my street shit a little bit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but kind of throw jabs at the whole the whole industry too, man, because it's like it's kind of whack and shit. I feel like right now everybody wants to be seen and heard and shit, but they ain't really making no classic shit. It's like people forget that at the end of the day you gotta have some shit that's gonna bump in the whip, that's gonna fucking make you want to go and fucking go hit the gym, go hard in the gym and shit, or like something that you could share to your homie, like, yo, this fucking track is hard right here, but everybody wants to focus on the fucking all the bullshit on Instagram and TikTok and podcasting and shit, and it's just like,
I get
dog,
it.
where's all the music at?
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I mean? Like we in this business to make fucking music, and for it to bump. You know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
if it's not gonna bump, if it's not gonna bump in the whip, then what's it for? You
You
know?
know, the whip is my favorite place to bump.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really bump at the house like that no more. Like,
Yeah.
the whip is like, that's what I'm saying. Like, my favorite music is in the whip music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't really be out at parties. I don't really bump at the house too much. So in the whip is the most intimate time to bump, and I only in the whip. You're not gonna hear no weird music in my whip.
Yeah.
I have never played a Drake record in my whip. I've never played a reggaeton record in my whip. A
Yeah.
bachata joint in the unless there's a female sitting passenger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's true.
Then it changes. But in the whip, that's where you can tell a man's taste in music. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, most definitely. You know.
Who are some Raza rappers that you bump in the whip?
Um. Yeah, I say Delinquent Habits, Psycho Realm. Um. I'll be bumping some like some Mexican hip hop too.
Yeah,
Yeah, Boca Floja, that fool's dope.
yeah.
Who else? A few other cats. Well, Control Machete. Sometimes I'll be bumping the old school shit.
Yeah.
Control Machete. The Mexicans.
The Mexicans.
Yeah. Who else, man? There's a lot of other cats. There's a big underground scene. Like
Mhm.
as far as Spanish rap, Mexico, Chile, um, and in Spain they be going hard too.
Yeah.
But I feel like people gotta kind of dabble in it a little bit.
Yeah.
They'll find a lot of dope shit.
Who are your favorite Cholo rappers, Chicano rappers? Just
Oh
one,
man,
two, or three.
yeah, I like this. I always wanted to fucking let people know because it's like at the end of the day, I grew up in a hood environment too, and um, I used to listen to was Lil Cuete,
Mm.
Conejo. Oh, Conejo's
Yeah.
that's I think that dude might be my favorite Chicano rapper,
Mm.
and he's just got like a big fucking catalog,
Yeah.
and dude's been he
Right.
been living what he raps like it ain't
Mm-hmm.
no faking the funk type shit.
No.
This will really be rapping
Your
about what
Conejo
he be
is
living.
Conejo. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? In the booth and outside of the booth.
Yeah, those dudes. Who else? The dudes, Khalifa Thugs and shit, right?
Mm.
The
I
ones
never
that
heard.
I think that was them, Khalifa
I don't
Thugs,
know,
Lil
but I
Cuete.
used to dislike Lil Rob's music till now I matured and now I hear Lil Rob. I'm like, yo, them joints.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Now I'm like, yo, now I listen. I'm like, those are some good songs. But when he was dropping them, I was so in my hip hop bag. I was like, man, it sounded like bubblegum Chicano rap, like
yeah.
you know what I mean? And
It was kind of mainstream. You know what I mean?
yeah, and
Like,
I've always been anti-mainstream, but now when I listen, like the Summer Nights and like he just
yeah,
got some really good joints,
yeah.
man.
Those they were hits when they dropped. Those
Yeah.
those were fucking hits.
But I was hating at the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. I
Now
feel
I'm
you.
like, I appreciate them. And
Yeah,
now, you know what I appreciate about Chicano rap and Cholo rap is that we weren't trying to be somebody else. Like, we were ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, right now, you hear a lot of rappers that are Raza that are trying to sound like they black or they trying to look black or talk black and stuff like that. At Back in those days, Cholo rappers were just, hey, Chales, Vato, Loco, Leva.
hmm
They were they were just themselves. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
true. Yeah, that's true.
So,
Yeah,
they weren't trying to mimic other than like the West Coast gangster rap beats because that was obviously black music.
yeah.
But we at least had our own little thing cracking. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, for sure.
So I appreciate that now looking back in hindsight.
Yeah, I mean, like Frost, Kid Frost that he kind of set a little foundation back
Yeah,
then.
he did. Yeah.
He's one of the first cats to really do it. For Raza rappers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Facts.